Vehicle, tax title out the door. Sign the X initial on the back.
He got baptized by a streetcar. It's looking more and more like a race car. Yeah. I think it's funny. People just automatically think because you put a little bit of tubing in something that, oh, it's not a street car anymore. Mm-hmm. Nope. Mm-hmm. Never had AC, but since I took it out and took all the air stuff out, didn't have heat, but it was there. Never used it. Now it's not a street car. Just because it's not in there.
First of all, this thing hasn't been a street car. Not that there's anything bad about it.
You're allowed to put your arm out the window and say which direction you're about to turn. I'm pretty sure, right? Motorcycles guys do it.
Left, right.
Yeah.
Left, right.
It's still a street car, even if your hand becomes your turn signal.
Are you trying to argue that this thing's a street car?
It's a street truck still.
No, it's
Or if
not.
you're limpy.
How is it not?
It wasn't even a street truck. The moment you put it on alcohol and went from E85.
I can literally pour E85 in the tank, 25 to 30% fuel away from it, and drive it around.
Okay, but are you gonna do that every time you want to go drive it?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like limpy. Left.
It's pretty easy.
It's not. It's not. But I don't know why you're trying to say it is.
Simple. You have two tunes. Fucking upload one, drain the tank, put E85 in it, drive it.
This thing's more drivable, and it's not a street car.
It's going to be more drivable now that it doesn't have that carburetor on it. So it's not going to slobber all over the place and I got to drive it everywhere. With the carburetor, I could never drive it on alcohol because it would literally be so rich driving it around that it was just unbearable.
Okay.
I had to be wide open or not on the gas at all.
Sure, if you went through the process of putting on the E85 so you could drive it to McDonald's or whatever the hell you want to do, sure, it's a street truck, but
I'm going to drive it still.
Cars that are on alcohol are not street cars.
He's gonna drive it just because people say he can't drive it.
I'm going to drive it just to make people mad every time they say it's not a street car anymore. Pro mod. Yeah, it's a fucking pro mod because we put a K member in it. Like,
see, people are pissing you off.
Oh my god.
I told people to start commenting pro mod. Now you're all upset. Your butt hurt.
I can't stand when people use that word.
Why do you care?
A pro mod.
Just enjoy your car, dude. Just who cares what other people think? You know what it is.
A pro mod is something that is a tube chassis car. It's stretched, not a factory wheelbase, has an elongated body. This is not a pro mod. This is a full frame factory S10 other than the K member. And it's got a freaking 850 cage in it. It's not even tied into the frame. It's got floor plates welded in. It's tied into the frame in like 4 spots in the back.
Okay, so the cage not being proper makes it a street car.
I mean, okay, people want to say that when you start adding safety stuff, it makes it not a street car. Let's talk about what's wrong. Safety items.
We know it's not a pro mod, Billy. We know it's not a pro mod, but for you to sit here and say it's a fucking street car that you drive every day.
People are getting out of hand with the comments.
You guys really are getting in this head.
If I see one more pro mod comment, I think I'm going to lose it.
They're living in your head rent free, bud.
I'm just going to lose it.
Your shit. You said street cars have full exhaust, or did you say dailies have full exhaust?
Dailies.
Put full exhaust in this thing.
Fine.
You won't.
Can. I'll do side pipes.
You won't.
I'll run it right out here and visibly go around the fender and back under.
Go right down underneath it like it used to be.
Good.
Right out of the turbies. We already got the pipes.
Yep.
You won't.
I'll put a stack on this motherfucker.
What do you think is more of a street car, this or that?
I think they're both equally street. You can equally both drive them anywhere you want. Honestly, if there was one that was more street, it's probably this, because it has a hydraulic roller and you can literally drive it all around and you never have to adjust valves.
So you think drivability makes it more of a street car?
I mean, I guess it just depends on what your version of street car is, but this thing is definitely not a...
Okay, it's not a pro mod. They're just, I told people to mess with you, see, because now we get this
You got
funny
me mad
reaction.
now.
But okay, yeah, it's not a pro mod, but it's not exactly a street car. Like, I don't know, man. You gonna keep the radio in it? You're not, because that's where all your relays are gonna go for your switch panel, because it's a pro mod. Street cars don't have switch panels.
That's how a factory S10 works. Doesn't mean it's not a street car.
Every car's a race car. It has switches.
I don't know. Switch panels are pretty pro moddy.
What do you call that? That's a switch panel.
It is. It's a switch panel factory.
Okay.
Factory.
So it's a factory.
You guys know what I'm saying. You guys are digging yourself out of this hole.
That's a pretty serious fuel pump. Christmas came early. I think this one's for my truck. Motion Raceworks steering column. Hell yeah. Got a steering wheel. Ooh. Feel that. That feel nice.
Always
Got spots for the buttons.
I don't know. You might need a few more buttons. Me personally, I would like to add one more scramble this year.
Scramble with nitrous. Oh yeah.
Don't lose your sticker. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Oh yeah, man. MPI sticker. Steering shaft.
There's your sucker. You flung your sucker.
Oh no.
No way.
Forgot about the suckers.
It's root beer.
Oh, that's the worst flavor.
I mean, I'll try it. I don't think I've ever had a root beer one. But hey.
The good thing is you have one more motion box open that you might have a good sucker in. What's that?
It's the column color.
Does every order really come with a sucker?
Yes.
Yep, every order. More suckers. There's 2 suckers in this box.
Cream, wait, which
Got a
one?
lemon and a blue raspberry.
I'll take that one.
I figured you'd like the blue raspberry. So you get the root beer.
No, I don't want it.
I get the lemon.
I got diabetes.
The-
I got diabetes.
Well, I mean, we got another. It's a travel limiter for small block Chevy. I guess that came with the mid plate then, or motor plate. So, got my Motion Raceworks steering column in here. Kind of test fitting everything, seeing where it's going to end up. Got to try and bring it a little bit closer to me. If not, we'll have to move the seat up just a little bit, but it feels pretty good. I like the way the steering wheel feels. It's more centered, it seems like, than the factory one. The factory one was kind of offset a little bit. I like it way better than the one in the Nova, that's for sure. I don't like the way those all metal ones feel. And I like the stripe. It helps like keeping a visual on where it's at before you let go of the trans brake when you launch it. So I'm really happy with this column. Fit really nice. On the firewall for like the 88.5 and up to 93 trucks, they've got like a kind of a bump out on the bracket so that it fits right. So that's something that not a lot of people know. Like when you're I've seen some other companies that have steering columns that they're all just flat, and then you end up having to beat the shit out of them to get them in there because they're not all the same. Not all S10s, not all first gens are the same. So it's nice that they did that, and fits really nice. They sent the steering shaft and everything to go right to that rack. They also have a steering shaft and knuckle combination to go to the factory steering box too, so that's what I ordered for your truck. It's nice just being able to order everything from the steering wheel all the way to the rack and know that it's going to be right. So big shout out to Motion.
What's going on in here?
I'm watching my brother get his ass.
What is this kid doing? I'm working. Rob's working on the headers. I'm getting this bar welded in here. Got that one done a little bit ago. Do the best we can. It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there was some gaps, but I had to weld it twice. Kind of go over it once, grind it down, then re-weld it again. It turned out all right. You know, all right for a couple idiots in a little garage. Oh, I see what you're doing. So you got that thing in between your legs and your crotch. Yeah. I mean, you got to improvise. Like, sometimes you got to put it between your legs. Sometimes you got to put it under your leg and lay your leg down. Like, when people are welding cages, like, I've seen people get crazy with it. You know, I'd like to get the other torch that has the thumb wheel. It'd be nice, but this works. Dent it in a little bit here and there.
I already did.
Try to get it.
That's dented in. Already pushed it to the pipe.
It'll work. How far in there is this pipe?
That far.
So it's probably into here.
Pretty close, yeah.
Alright. I want to make sure if I get some heat in here, it's not gonna.
Oh no! You got. There's plenty in there. This is the only one that's like. It's tight.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Like, just because we don't have a bend, so this is the bend that was in here.
So what we've done here is we've taken a set of headers that we would normally run on the truck for a 23-degree motor. They were a new set that we had. We basically cut the flanges off, and we're going to try and make them work on these flanges with these stubs. So these are like 1 7/8 inches, and these are like 1 3/4 or 1 5/8 inches or something like that. So we're trying to slide the old headers into these new stubs and make it work. So it's basically like a stepped header. Gonna save us a lot of time trying to start from scratch.
So if you want to attack this one,
Where at?
down here.
Okay.
But we got to get acetone and clean this off first.
Yeah.
See how much it cleans that fucking shit off of.
They'd rather have them on the workbench to weld them.
That's what I'm getting ready to come up with off of there. Now that you got everything tacked up on multiple sides,
Yeah.
we can take it off now and it shouldn't move.
Yep. All right, so we are on a as Tony would call it. Tony would call this a tweaker project.
Dude, you should have been filming, Tig. I just busted my ass.
Where'd you bust your ass?
Right here in the mud.
You slipped in the mud.
Hell yeah, I lost my mac and cheese. My taters.
So it's just in the mud.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, look how muddy he is now. What? He actually busted his ass.
Look, yeah, right there,
Shoes are
dude.
all
Look
muddy,
back there.
bro. Jeez.
I went to
That
get it
look,
right
he's got
there.
mud all over his fucking leg.
I went to step down to get the truck. I was like, I like it.
So, as Tony would call this, we're on a tweaker project. We found a little Mustang. It's been on Marketplace for like 25 grand all summer, and it sat there at a dealership in my hometown. I've just watched it sit there, and you know, it's not the greatest looking car just because it's on 10 holes that are like painted black, and it's got an intercooler that hangs real low in the front. You can see it, and it just kind of looks like a normal pile of shit Mustang, you know. But he dropped the price to 10 grand. You know, I talked to the previous owner of the car that I knew that had it for a while, and I asked him, is it a nice car? He said, yeah, it's a really nice car.
and I sold it to him for 20 grand. So if there's literally nothing wrong with this car, which there shouldn't be, because all it did was sit at a dealership all summer, that's gonna leave me room to make a lot of money and flip it and make some money towards stuff for the trucks and the shop and the Nova. So I'm gonna try to get this car pretty cheap, put some nice wheels on it, maybe fix it up a little bit, need some seats it looks like, and then we might do a raffle on it and see if we can flip it and make some money.
Just so you guys know, he came up with all this in the last 3 minutes and we're already in the car on the way there.
But you gotta be an opportunist when you're flipping cars.
Shoot or shoot.
Yeah, like you gotta be ready. Like you never know when a deal's gonna pop up. You just gotta be ready to go at any time. So I look at it as that's an easy 10 grand that I can make. If the last guy sold it for 20, as long as there's nothing seriously wrong with the car, you know, we can fix it up, make a little content with it, raffle it off, and make quite a bit of money on it. So, you know, YouTube pays well, but it ain't quite enough for what we're doing. I mean, for the amount of stuff that I bought for the trucks, it's just, it ain't quite enough. So I gotta have a little side hustle here and there, just like anybody else. Plastic ditch chipping off the wheels, that'll be about $1,000 deduction.
Hey, what's going on?
Look, my phone died.
Alright.
It's in there on the charger. I put a battery charger on it because the battery's down on it.
Yeah.
It should crank up good and try it. If not, we'll put jump box on.
Gas or E85?
It's the E85.
E85?
Yeah.
Nice shifter.
Yeah, it is a nice shifter.
Oh god, they got a fucking license plate.
They got a license plate in there.
Yeah, we gotta fix that.
We got
Got
some switches. I think it's AC. I wonder if the AC works. We gotta fix the dash. That's $1,000 dash right there. 686
I have the rest of the cluster. I just didn't have anybody to cut around the Holly setup.
All right.
And I
Yeah.
didn't feel comfortable doing it myself. This just needs a good battery put in it. Shooting on the correct side on up.
I've had this thing for a while.
Yeah. Got a lot of money in it. Alright, crack her up.
Got a sunroof.
Hold it on the floor. Hold it on the floor.
take it around the block?
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing is don't be hard on his reverse. You know what I mean? You get out here, trans brake it right back on top, build it up, let it loose.
Alright.
First, second, and third. First is all the way down. What? Yes, first is all the way down, and then second, and then third.
Okay. I feel like it's down a cylinder. It's pretty lively. I don't know, it seems like it either needs the valves adjusted or it's down a cylinder. I'm not sure. Like when the boost comes in, it feels strong, but just kind of got a weird rhythm to it when I'm cruising around. It might just be the tune. See if we got an air fuel gauge. I can see it doesn't have a lot of timing in it. See how it's got like a rough spot. Wish I could see the air fuel ratio. AFR disabled. Let's put it on the trans brake.
Transmissions in this thing, turbo 400.
It's a Rossler Turbo 400 is what he said. We'll see. Trans brake didn't hold. I think the shifter needs adjusted or something. Either that or something in the trans is wrong. That's not holding. And then it stalled. It's got a misfire for sure. Could be simple. Honestly, probably just the shifter cable. See that? Yeah, definitely got a misfire. It's scary though because you don't know what's causing it. You don't know if it's a plug wire or if it's got a valve or something wrong. Who knows? I'm gonna try to lowball them. It's not running right. It's got a misfire.
Well, a low ball is what it's worth.
Yeah.
You don't have time to fuck with this thing, in my opinion, but
Got a misfire. That's for sure. I'm not sure why. Could just be something simple.
It probably a foul plug, really. When I drive this, I'm really hard on, honestly.
It could be a fouled plug. When you get into boost, it seems to clear up, but driving it around, it's got a really hard idle, and cruising around.
Maybe the tune as well.
It could be part of the tune.
Because Mikey didn't think that we had a very good tune on there when I bought it originally.
Yeah, it could be part of the tune.
Not saying Bob didn't do it right. He did. I mean, he really changed his car a lot.
The trans brake didn't hold, so I put it in low, grabbed the brake, and about the time I get up to 2,000, it would roll through. So it could be like the shifter cable needs adjusted. I'm not sure, but it's just something that's scary. You don't know.
Yeah, no, it needs some love. That's why, I mean, I'm losing money on it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a fun little car when it's right. Like,
it definitely seems like it makes good power.
It literally sits here. Yeah, I mean, I got dyno sheet in the office. You know, the drum's a little off on Bob's drum, but you know, it brought good numbers.
What did it make on what boost?
20 pounds. It says on paper like 650-ish, but he said predicting 715, 750, you know, 750.
Okay.
Because his drum is off, and he tells you that before he even does anything. I respect it.
It seems like it makes good power when the boost comes in and it clears up, but it's definitely got a misfire in the transmission. There's something going on there.
I think it's low on fluid, but they put this little janky dipstick down here, and I don't know about you, but nobody's brave enough to put their hand down in there and get to that dipstick.
The dipstick's down in there for the transmission?
Right here underneath the master cylinder. See the braided line?
Oh, yeah.
They put a little cheap dipstick on there.
It's weird it's on that fucking side.
Yeah, it's got a Rossler.
Usually the dipsticks are on the passenger side. You sure that's not the oil? It should be the oil.
I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
It may be the oil.
Yeah, I think the transmission dipstick is over here. It's got like a stock style.
Gotcha.
See, but
So it has to be low.
it's wet, but I'll have to check it while it's in park running.
Yeah.
You got something I can wipe this off with?
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe see if this transmission's low and that's why it's acting funny. Ain't nothing on it.
Huh?
Nothing on it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's low, man. I know. It's probably only got 75 miles on that rebuild. And he put good stuff in it. We even sent the torque converter out to Chicago.
As long as it hasn't been beat on too much while it's low, it doesn't seem to be slipping, so it's just not engaging right. So I think it's probably just low.
I'm probably pretty good confidence.
It's got good parts though. Thanks, Ethan.
Yeah. Yeah, when Luke had it, AC was cold. Luke daily this thing.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you could definitely daily it. It's just
It
needs
always
the TLC.
The battery needs cranked up, man. Once that battery's charged up to full capacity, you know, you can drive this thing every single day as long as, you know, trans ain't acting stupid. Well, I think it should go low on
Is
fluid,
it
but
titled as a 4-cylinder car or is it a 550 car?
no idea, honestly. We had to go and look at the title. I think
They
it's
did
labeled
make
as
these.
an LX.
They did make these as with a stock 5 liter with no ground effects.
Yeah,
That
LX.
was the rare ones. It was the LX.
Now, I've been
LX
told
5 liter.
you can put a Celine front bumper on this and hide that intercooler.
Well, I don't have a lot of time to work on this thing with all the projects I got going on. It's a little bit more than what I'm wanting to get into, to be honest.
Yeah, I get it. It's got a lot of good stuff going for it. It's just I don't have the motivation to mess with it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it literally sits here, and you know, you can see underneath the ground it's all dry. I mean,
Right.
it's always been a little fun car to get in. Every once in a while, go beat on and bring it back before the cops get here.
Right.
That's about all. But
Are you pretty firm at 10?
yeah, I mean, I
know
think
there's
I
a lot
told you.
into it. but
Yeah,
it's-
I got 24 in it right now. That's silly to have that kind of money in this car, but I pay everybody to work on it, man. I don't, you know, what I mean, I don't work on this thing. I got too much other stuff going on. I'd rather work on what I need to do and let somebody that, you know, that's what they specialize in.
Yeah, for the amount of work I'm gonna have to put into it, the best I can do is probably 8,500.
Let me think about it here real quick. Let me go here. Figure out.
It's got fucking a lot of money in it. I feel bad.
Yeah. Well, I think if you'd have hit him at 8, he'd have been definitely no, but the 85, like 85 on the way pays a lot of bills when you got a little walk like this.
Yeah. What did we come up with?
Talked to him, 9 plus tax, best I can do. I was at 95, but he said there's no way. I go in there, we get your number and your zip code, and I can give you an exact amount.
Okay, yeah, just figure out what the tax would be.
Vehicle, tax title out the door. Signed the X initial on the back.
They bought it.
Look.
So, bought the car. I mean, it's got really good parts. I'm not worried about it. So, why are you laughing so much? What's your problem? Why are you laughing at me? Let's see your vehicles, huh? Come on. This thing's gonna gap your truck when it's done.
Okay, yeah. If you keep it for more than a week.
Hey, it's a full-blown street car. It's got AC.
Oh God, here he goes.
AC, power steering.
When my truck's done, if you still have this thing, I'll hook a trailer up to my truck, my street truck, and I'll be fucking towing your ass home. I can't wait to watch you get to the spark plugs.
I'll get to them. I'll just get it from underneath. It's probably real easy. It's got a tubular K member. That's a good coil. Good coil right there.
You guys see how easy it is to get in his head?
I love it. It's fun.
He gets in it. It's so easy. Rent free.
His feels come up.
Here's the photo. I'm gonna go out to the garage.
Okay.
If one of you guys want to give me a hand, maybe I don't know how much stuff I got over there.
Just bought it and he's already working on it in the parking lot.
I'm not working on it, man. I'm just putting transmission fluid in it.
Do you guys hear how easy it is for me to get in his head?
Well, you're dumb.
I'm
You just
dumb?
make me mad. You're not very smart.
Okay.
I'm gonna make fucking lots of money on this car. Dennis Auto Sales right here in Hebron, Ohio. Make sure you guys check him out. So thank you guys.
I appreciate the business.
Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
I'm not riding with his dumb ass. I think it's a death trap. You couldn't pay me to ride with this dude. I said you couldn't pay me to ride with him.
kidding, a Mustang?
Well, it's a fun car. I think it needs the shifter cable adjusted. I can feel the detents aren't right in it, and reverse kind of doesn't go all the way in, and then the trans brake doesn't work. And I know reverse and the trans brake are kind of on the same circuit, I believe. I think it just needs the shifter cable adjusted. We'll get that checked out when we get some time. But I think we got a pretty good deal on the car, to be honest. It's got good oil pressure, makes good power. I think it just needs some spark plugs or a tune-up maybe. I need to get in the tune and see what's going on. Yeah, I think it's gonna look really good on a nice set of wheels. I'll probably put some TBMs on it and 5-lug conversion. You know, I want it to be a nice car. When I get rid of this thing, I want people to get a nice car. I don't want them to get what I got. Yeah, I want people to get a nice car, have an opportunity to get a nice car when I raffle it. I want to fix it up. I don't want to just flip it. Like, we're gonna make some content with it, fix it up when we get some time. Hard tire? It would probably be killer on hard tires. It makes just enough power.
That's what I'm saying. We should put some hard tires on a hard tire race it.
I don't even know how much boost it's on. I think it was on like 10 pounds.
Play around with it, put some hard tires on it, play around with it, make it work on a hard tire.
It'd honestly look a lot better if that black plastic that was fucking peeled off.
It would look a lot better. We can get that stuff off easy.
Yeah. All right, guys, so a lot of progress today. We got the firewall getting painted, the frame, ECU mount come in for the Dominator. So we're gonna put that. We can put that on the passenger side.
I think so.
We're either gonna put it on the passenger side bar, on the door bar, or we're gonna put it on the dash bar. Haven't decided yet. Definitely wanna keep it away from any potential water or anything like that. So that's definitely what we're gonna take into consideration. This is gonna have a carbon fiber piece over it, so it'll be completely covered in carbon fiber. We're just painting it so that it doesn't rust underneath of it. Yeah, so I've got the headers started. I've almost got one completely done. I'm gonna start on the other one tomorrow. Really not too bad, you know, doing those headers. We managed to salvage the old headers that I used to have on the 23-degree setup and use them with those flanges. So that saved us a lot of time. I have probably a couple hours in just converting them to those flanges. So I can't imagine doing a full set of headers from the start. It'd probably take me at least 4 or 5 days, I would think. So that'll about do it for this video, guys. We also got a master cylinder coming, so we got to finish the brakes. Pretty much brakes, wiring, finish painting this, finish the headers, and we can start on the turbo kit. This thing's coming right along. I'm pretty happy with how fast everything is happening. The intake is at 417 Motorsports right now. I overnighted it over there, and it sounds like they started on it pretty quick. We're cruising right along. I mean, this thing probably gonna be done sometime in January if I was to guess. And at that point, we can focus on the Nova after that, because we're not gonna be able to really test anywhere until springtime. So we'll just have a running vehicle and your S10 go on and get the Nova going right after this. Got a lot of work to do this winter. I mean, we got you're going tomorrow to get the engine for the Falcon. Next week we'll probably be putting the engine in the Falcon right before we have to leave for PRI. This will probably be the last video until PRI, right? Maybe squeeze one more in between.
If you guys are working, I'm gonna come film. So as long as you guys
we're gonna keep trying to upload these semi-daily vlogs, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.